fascinating. It's fascinating how we can hear stories about, you know, Pablo Escobar, how one man took over a whole country damn near. You know, a crime syndicate, head of a crime syndicate, extorting all the politicians, all the law enforcers. But when it comes to America, we feel like we immune to that shit. Even the Illuminati, the 13 bloodlines that run the world. Look up, this is not even no theory, y'all. This, you can look up the 25 banks that own everything. Nigga, everything? Nigga, everything. And you know, we feel like we're doing something because, you know, we find out, you know, who Rockefeller is, and, you know, we find out who the Rothschilds are, and we like, man, figured it out. No. All them are just puppets.
America. God bless you all.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our heart is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing, 'cause what we've been saying, if they ever knew. And so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. And then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground. And then you say, I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
How old are you, honey? You're 11 years old. Talk to me before we leave, okay? And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
As U.S. Vice President Joe Biden couldn't keep his hands off Carter's wife, Stephanie. Stephanie Carter seemed frozen as Biden's grip seemed to last too long. Things went from uncomfortable to plain awkward as Biden bent down slightly, apparently to whisper in Carter's ear. The so-called awkward moment attracted media interest immediately, but Biden is no stranger to this particular situation.
Remember, no serious guys in your 30s. Okay? I have a beautiful sister like you guys. I swear to God, he used to say, you have one job, keep the guys away from your sister. You're in trouble. Hey, Bridget, how old are you? 16. Uh-oh. I hope you got big dogs around the house.
Big dogs.
Can I have a picture with just the kids?
Absolutely.
Forget the adults. Come on. You get right in there. Come on.
Joe Biden wouldn't let Hillary go as they met on the tarmac at Scranton Airport. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong, because the vice president wouldn't unhand Hillary for almost 16 seconds.
Okay, promise? I'll bet you're as bright as you're good looking, I tell you. Go ahead, the next question.
I love it. Okay, over here.
Washington Post, New York Times, all these guys. You ought to go back and talk to them, okay? All right? And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. Hey, ho, woman, hey, jabba dan. You both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
Queensland Parliament. The state government announced the proposed legislation today. It's in part due to the stabbing of a police dog during an arrest in Brisbane last year. Recent outages have shown how just one
Your clothes may be bow brumily. They stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
I spoke to the CEO of Pfizer, Albert Bourla, about what message today's approval should send to those who have questioned the approval process. This is the fastest approval the FDA has conducted on a drug. You'll recall the speed was one of the things that worried some people who were cautious and hesitant. They thought this process was moving way too fast. What do you say to those folks now?
I think that for those people that they were a little bit reluctant because they wanted to see a full approval, now they have the full confirmation of one of the most respected agencies in the world, the FDA, that the product, the vaccine is effective and safe.
Talk, if you can, for a moment about the safety. What have you learned about serious side effects in this vaccine? Can for a moment about the safety. What have you learned about serious side effects in this vaccine? Can for a moment about the safety. What have you learned about serious side effects in this vaccine? Can for a moment about the safety. What have you learned about serious side effects in this vaccine?
Ninguna fiesta sin Crazy Frog. Ajá. ¿Quién dejó el frog out? Vamos. ¿Quién dejó el frog out? Oh oh. Vamos.
Vaccine.
They are very rare. There are side effects, and some of them serious, but they are very, very rare.
And what can you tell us about the effectiveness of the drug? We know it was 95%. What can you tell us about the effectiveness of the drug? We know it was 95%. What can you tell us about the effectiveness of the drug? We know it was 95% against guarding against infection back in those initial trials, now down to 91%. Is this a one-way trip downward for this vaccine?
We realized through the real-world data that after several months, there is a need for a booster, because that will continue providing you the high level of efficacy that you observed immediately after the second dose.
As you know, we're seeing a lot of companies and institutions right now moving.
I like to move it, I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Moving.
Woman, you cute. How you doing, you know me? Original cute, but you want me fast, but woman, you cute. How you doing, you know me? Original cute, but you want me fast, but woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically.
And I want to thank Congresswoman Marcia Fudge for hosting us.
Hey, we get that you're messing with us on a daily basis. Just don't touch these big ones. And more importantly, here's your pipeline. Don't hack the McDonald's on DC. I mean,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.